hello, 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 everybody. Today we have three special ladies, and the moderator is going to be today one lady. The first from them is going to talk is, of course, Larissa is a very active person in the Belgic Wheelers. Then we're going
Hi.
to have Jessica, is one of the other very active persons in One Wheel Belgic World. Is a great group, and then we're going to have the Cosmos Wheelers. She is a very very active too. They're always riding, always enjoying. And then we're going today, as the first time in English, we're going to have Hella. She's going to make the moderator. She's going to from now on, she's going to take care of all the interviews that we have with the ladies and riders. She is a very good rider too, and I think that is good for the community. And that way, I'm going to be here but not here. And thank you all to coming, and I hope that is going to be a good information for all the ladies and queens riders all over the world, and that you can show to the world that that is not a sport just for men, that is a sport for everybody. Okay, welcome.
Thank
And
you.
I leave it to Hella.
Yeah, well, thank you, Nelson, for the introduction. Thank you very much for having us here. And thank you for being here with this in this group. And let's just start talking about writing and all that kind of stuff. But I think first we should try start with um, telling the viewers who we are and what we do. So, Jessica, how about you? Who are you? What are you writing? How did you start? Why are you so passionate about it?
Thanks. Thank you for inviting us, first of all. So I joined the club of Belgium Wheels in 2018, I believe. And I didn't know how to ride at all. I didn't even own my own wheel at the time. So I went there because friends of mine were in the club already. My boyfriend is still in the club, and he was riding, so he invited me to come and join. And I started to wheel. So they put me on the wheel, and it was shaky at first, and then I started to ride, and since then I ride. I do ride for fun most of the time. Occasionally, it's not my main transport means. I use a bicycle, but it's more the activities, going in the forest, off-road, having fun, discovering cities. If we can travel, then I use the wheel with me. I take it with me in the train, and then we come to a new city, and with the wheel, you can travel faster and see most of the city. So that's me.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, that's also very nice to hear that you're using it for traveling. I mean, this is what usually people do with like an e-scooter, right? Rent it in a different city and
Totally.
But if you can take your own wheel, it's like the best thing ever.
That
Cool.
is true.
Very, very
Really.
cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. Larissa, tell me about you. Who are you? What are you doing? So
First, apologize for my English because I don't speak a lot English. It's my third language. So I start with the mono wheel in 2018. I first buy a e-step, and I try it for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, I thought, no, it's not for me. And I met Cosmo Wheeleuse and Cosmo Wheeler, and so I learned to ride with a mono wheel. And since 2018, I use my mono wheel almost every day for to go to my work or for the fun in the weekend. But not only mono wheel, as you can see, I am also fan of one wheel. But I am a beginner with the one wheel, so I don't use it in the traffic. Also, I use it in the forest or in my garden, but not yet in the city. So what can I say? So in 2018 and 2018, we thought many people were interested in our wheel when we were in the city. So we decide with Cosmo Wheeleuse, Cosmo Wheeler, Leo Gaze, and Bruno to create an organization to make events for the public, so they can try to test the mono wheel, the one wheel, the e-skate, the e-scooter, and to become a member of our organization. So
Cool.
for the promotion of the micromobility in Belgium. And so we
That's
organize regularly um, events for the public, but also for members to come and test and meet people and have fun.
okay. Perfect. Just out of curiosity, tell me which was harder to learn, mono wheel or the one wheel?
Mono wheel, because when you learn, but I think if you can do one wheel, you will faster learn mono wheel. It's question of equilibre.
Balance.
Balance. Yeah.
Balance. If you already learn one of the two, it will be easier to learn the other. So
Ah,
you have to try the mono wheel.
okay. Yeah. I'm so down. I really want to try it at some point because I want to get all the experience in, you know? So I would really want to try this. So yeah, I, that's
But
cool.
one wheel is more fun for me. Fun
More
because
fun. Okay.
it's like a snowboard, and
Yeah.
I like to ski, but I also like to go on my snowboard. And mono wheel is more like skiing, and one wheel is more like snowboard. But you can do the both.
That's a very sweet comparison.
Yeah.
Really sweet. Okay. So I'm a skier too. So I may should be able to go on the mono wheel.
Yes, I think so.
Sweet. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. And Cosmo, sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce your name.
Yeah, Cosmo Wheeleuse or
Cosmo
Lady.
Wheeler. Okay. Okay.
Or
Tell me
Judith.
about you.
My real name is Judith.
Okay, Judith. Yeah, that would be easier for me to go with if it's okay for you. So Judith, tell me about you. Who are you and what are you riding and how did you become so passionate about your sport?
So I was looking for a new vehicle to move. At the beginning, I was looking even for a better bike because mine was very complicated to go uphill and arrive also to know how to put it in my house or somewhere when I arrive with also materials. So I was really looking for a new way to move. And we saw someone in the street with the mono wheel and with a Cosmo wheeler. We decided to look after, and it was very little places to learn or to know about it. But we took some classes with Wheels Angels in Belgium, and we find some little place to learn. And then it was a bit difficult. We took like two or three little class, and when we arrived to stand up, we buy directly one. And I buy an ACM Gotway, a little but strong wheel for a beginner. And so it was very nice because it's a wheel for a little bit of everything. You can combine. I could use for work. I could use for sport. I could use for traveling. I could use for go shop to go everywhere. And I work with some court tribunals, and it was always okay to put in a storage. Always a challenge also to find the places to put and to charge. But finally, I could almost combine with a lot of quite everything. So it was a lot of changing of my life. And with Cosmo Wheeler, we decided to look to organize to make people discover about it, because we think like it changed a lot of our life, and it could change a lot of the life of a bit everyone. And it was nice because directly was nice people we met, and so we directly had a little community, even without doing nothing. And but since it was growing, we quite organized a lot of everything, a lot of activities, so little trip, road trip, polo wheels, a lot of sport with polo wheels, and it was demanding a lot of organization. So we was growing and said we have to legalize a bit the structure. So it's why with Larissa, with Cosmo, with a lot of others, with all of nice members, very active, and it was very nice to see, and always a lot of ideas, because it's almost nothing yet. And so my part was to show women a lot, that it was also a changing life for women, and it could even it looks a bit of materials and dangerous at the first scene. You see that you can really combine, and you have to look, but there is some clothes, some wheels that you can hide and not being like alien. And but yeah, that's a bit maybe the challenge for us to still make a woman scene that it's not dangerous more than something else. Even on the streets, it can give you much confidence on the street, even the night, and I feel much safer with my wheel now when I go everywhere, and I much more like to go everywhere and use something to go out and use my wheel, and to go to friends with that, to cinema with that, to shops. I go all my grocery. I have a lot of system to take my bags and my wheel and to be always safe. Always I put my helmet with protection everywhere. But I always look for protection that you it's easy to, and not a lot of place to transport. I think now I've changed wheels. I won a little one ACM a little one Kingston 40M on the electric games, the first one edition, and so I like to have that for freestyle, or for people to learn it. So it's always nice to have it. And also I ride really now Kingston L 18. So I think it's very good because it's not too heavy, but it's still you feel much more up, higher. You feel higher on the streets. With the ACM, it was like a bit, you feel maybe you're not seen enough because you are not high with the car when you ride on the circulation, or also on the road. Maybe the tire is not big enough, so it's also something that it's much comfortable on the L now. So that's my so I always like to make to have more women on the team. We try to have women participate to all the activities, to make them feel comfortable, and places like it's nice for them to come. We like also in Belgium, we love to secure people, old people, the people who feel maybe I don't know. We like to have a diversity on the teams and on the members, and have a community very colorful.
Yeah, that's cool. So do I understand it correctly? You three are within like the same organization. Like
Yeah,
it's a yeah? Okay.
yeah.
So it's
We
an
Yeah,
official.
we
created
do. We do
we
have.
created we created together.
Okay.
So we were with 8 people. So you had Cosmo Wheeler, Cosmo Wheeleuse, Ghost Rider, Bruno, Gijs, and Leo, and Jessica is the partner of Leo, the
So yeah,
founder.
I wasn't in the team when they created. So I became
Yeah,
member. So the two of them created, and they were the pillar, the women pillar in the organization. Whereas I just joined them later as a member, and that is the fun part of it because, as Judith rightly said, it's more. They wanted to give a feminine touch in trying to
Okay.
train women in all safety, meaning having the proper gear, know how to ride, finding the right wheel for the beginners, which is kind of a challenge at the beginning because, you know, women's body comes in all sizes and shapes. And
Right.
there is there is a lot of wheels, right? But you have to find the right one that is not too fast, that is not too heavy, that it's comfortable to use, especially when you start wheeling. And it is kind of a challenge in Brussels because there is still a lack of cycling lanes. So you sometimes have to abandon the cycling lane to cycle on the road, to go back to the walking path, to then go to the other side to the cyclings, going over tram lanes, etc. So that is also a challenge later on when you wheel alone. And when I joined them, I was kind of a shaky. I was kind of afraid of all this, but they don't let you go at the beginning. So you train in a super big hall where you have someone holding your hands, going all around, doing A-turns, etc. And then when they see, okay, she's okay with it, with the wheel, we try it on the road. And that is when the fun starts, actually. But they still holding your hand if necessary. They're still there. And I felt safe because at least you weren't alone in the streets. You were with a group of people enjoying rides in all safety. That's really great as a member, I must say.
Yeah, I feel like super amazed by you guys really making classes for other women, giving them so much safety and so much tips and encourage them. I'm super amazed. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I want to join you right away, pretty much.
Come to Brussels and you will learn with us. But it's funny because I don't think there is one wheel for a girl. So if you
Mhm.
ask me of Judith or Jessica, what's the best wheel for a girl, you will not have the same answer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Absolutely. Like
Yeah,
we are all individuals, we all have our own styles, and it only makes sense that you take your specific wheel that really fits to you
Yeah.
and your personality, you know?
but you
So,
Yeah.
have to try it with an InMotion. If I may give you a tips, a trick, try with an InMotion V8 or V10.
okay,
But
okay.
you already ride, right? It's not what you said. You also wheeler.
Yeah,
I'm a one wheel rider, yeah.
but one wheeler, not
Yeah.
mono wheel. Voilà.
No, one wheel, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
far.
okay. It's
Yeah.
fun.
It's totally fun. But I feel like it's super cool that you're really taking your time introducing everyone to this wheel at first in a great hall, and then you go on the streets and don't leave them alone, you know?
Yeah.
So
I
what
was
is
I was I was impressed for the first time, I must say.
yeah,
When you get, it's the thing is you have to gain first confidence and to know the engine you have below your feet and between your legs. So they told me, yeah, it's like skiing. Okay, I tried, but it's you need to have your balance. You need to find your balance. You need to know how to ride, and yeah, and then try it out. But it's tough at the beginning. Sure.
yeah, but it's like with every sport, isn't it? Like it's tough at the beginning to start with, but once you're fully in, you love it. You just love it, and you just do it, and it's good. Right. So please tell me your experience with the classes you already had with the girls you introduced to it, and how whether they sticked with it, and what gave they for a reply to you. Well, what were their answer to it? Anyone?
Okay. I'm okay. For me, the big challenge was to find the proper gear.
Mhm.
That is the thing. I'm quite tall, so I'm 1 meter 80, but I'm not shaped like a man. So when you go and buy your gear for protection, you have two sizes: children's size or man's size. And I think that it's horrible. You can't just find your size, because I'm too big for children's size, but I'm kind of too small. My ankles are too small for the man's size. So that for me was not really reassuring sometimes when I was on the wheel, or stuff under the wheel, because I felt like they're still missing. But I kind of, because of the community, not challenging me, but reassuring me with tips and tricks, or homemade protections, you're sewing them so they are smaller, etc. That was interesting to see, and also to change ideas. And sometimes you also find members that are reluctant to continue because they were too afraid. They had a bad experience, kind of mini trauma. And then the fact that you are all together in this, trying to help each other, it gives the necessary kick to try it out again in a group. I think that is, from my perspective as a member, what I noticed, what is really, really helpful.
Okay,
Hey,
cool.
it's me. Yeah, it's me. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
also like e-skate.
yeah, tell me your experience, Larissa. What was it for you as a member yourself, and for how did you get other women into writing? Please tell me your
Uh,
experience.
my experience is that you learn faster when you come ride with a group. With a group people who already can ride, you will ride very faster. You will learn very faster than if you try it on your own. That's my first point. Second point, I think many ladies are afraid of the mono wheel, because there is only one wheel. So maybe you have to be a little bit um, stu. Um, you have to dare, if you are a woman, to go on a mono wheel. Um,
You have to have a positive. You have to trust the
you
other
have the
girls.
trust. You have the trust, and you have to. Allez, you will fall in the beginning. So you have to admit that you will fall. For me, it's not a problem. I want to try everything, and I am not afraid to fall. So, but maybe because it likes dangerous. There are less women than men on a mono wheel. They prefer e-step, because they think it's less dangerous because you have something in your hand. But for me, it's not exact.
Just for me,
Okay.
I just want to say something before then I'm going to leave you. First of all, I want to say that these four brave girls who are here today, ladies, queens, that is very important for all of us to have them. That is a sport made for everybody, for all of you. It's going to be difficult for you. That is going to be difficult for men. That is not going to be different. Don't think, I always say this, don't think that the men's, they are better than the ladies riding. I know a lot of men that cannot do what the four of you do. I know Hella. I ride with her. I know Larissa because I see her in the last event in Belgium, and I think they show to the world that that is not a sport just electro sport just for men. That is a sport for everybody, and sometimes like Larissa, she rides skateboards, she rides one wheel, she rides mono wheel, and I think everybody, if you have the right person to teach you, everybody is going to uh, uh, made it. Because the first time I ride my mono wheel in my house, I was about 3 days. I damaged my legs, and I could not ride it. And then in the day of the event in Belgium from the one wheelers, I go to a special place that I have reserved for you to learn. And was a special person there that tell me how to do it. And I come back to my house, and about 20 minutes I was riding my mono wheel, or AUC, if you like to say it. That's why I think that is a sport you have to have the right person to teach you how to do it. And that's why I love the Belgian wheelers, because the Belgian wheelers, they are a group of friends. They are very big, and they are always trying to help the community out there. That is the beautiful thing. That's why I love. And you see, you have here three beautiful ladies who are trying to share what they achieve in the last years. Different heads, different minds, and for me, that's why this sport is so beautiful. And thank you, the four of you, to come, because then you can change the way the ladies think that is difficult. I cannot do it. No, you can do. All of you, you can do it. If you're going to see this video later, that is just information from these three ladies to help you to try it. If you don't have a board, if you don't have a one wheel, if you don't have a AUC or mono wheel, go there, go to the event, try to speak with them. They always do. They have places that you can go there and try it. Maybe you try that mono wheel and you say that is not for me, and then you can try a one wheel and you say, okay, maybe the one wheel is for me, or maybe the skateboard is for you. But there you're going to have the chance for you to know how to ride it, because when you try alone, you're never going to maybe going to go in the right way. And if you have some person who take care of you and show you the right way, then you're going to achieve it. And then you're going to say, oh, that is beautiful, that is fantastic. And you're going to find lots of good friends. So now I'm going to leave you. I just want to say something very important. In 27 is going to be here a big meeting in this program. It's going to be 12 persons around the world who are trying to put this legal. Is going to be Leo from Belgium One Wheelers representing and showing why Belgium is now you can ride it. And for is going to be another person from London or the Netherlands, and is going to be very informated. Is going to be a person from Parliament from Australia. It's going to be a guy from Germany. It's going to be two guys from America. It's going to be from France. One person from each country is going to be here to talk about put legal the one wheels, everything. And that is going to be a very important for everybody to come and see it, because this way you can put the question what you want, you can answer. And I want to thank to everybody who come to the channel to help us. And I'm going to leave you again. That was just information for you again, ladies. Thank you. Sorry, I take your time.
Thank you, Nelson.
No, it's fine. All good. Okay, Judith, please tell me about your experience that you made so far with other women and how you got them to ride with you and how successful were your classes already. So please tell me about it.
But first, just because I ride a lot, so it makes women look at me and ask about it. What I heard, it's always, oh, no, it's not possible for me. I have not enough balance. And I always answer, yeah, if you can walk, you have balance. And it's like learn to ride a bike. You don't remember how you struggle to walk and to learn bike, but it's like that only. And if I can do it, I think almost everyone can do it. It's I give like some tips to say you don't have. Yeah, you need to have confidence, of course, on the machine, and it's like jumping on the empty, and it's something you have to change in your brain to give more confidence on on your abilities. And in general, when you arrive, you feel like you there is a moment like you want to stop, and you say, no, it's really not for me. It's really not for me, because you really, and it happens to me, so I understand this moment. Like I was seeing children arriving just in 2 minutes, and I couldn't, and I feel like I am a bit sportive. I don't understand why. So it's, you need to pass that moment in your brain and to just repeat yourself. Yeah, children can do it. I can do it. It's not. It's something, and you push yourself. Of course, I had a bit of pain on my leg. I had a lot of return of pedals also, because I use wrong, and I had also the chance to have several person who gave me different advices, because there is not only one for everyone. So there is a lot of different exercises. It's what Belgium Wheelers try to explain to people, and why we have also different members who give that without them we could do nothing. They really have. We try to give like to everyone different tips, and try to make them give that opportunity. But of course, each teacher is different, so he give you other tips. So it's cool to have different teachers, and you can find that also with a lot of members we have. and the women and men, it's like the same when they're afraid of something, but see women that they can do it and use it with their own life, and give some tips for some situation about life that men doesn't experiences. Also, it's what we do. And of course, there is no one type of women, so it's cool that more women come, more experiences we have, and more power we can have on the machine also, that may be more adapted for also the weight. The weight is also like we want also nice wheel with that we can maybe transport also. And also for the equipment, maybe more feminize the equipment and protection, and that's how I think it's more confident, and also it's nice to you can speak more with people on the streets directly. You don't have a car or something that make you also angry about the traffic and everything. So automatically, by using it, I think it's good commercial.
Yeah, cool.
We made a video for if you want to try monowheel, you or other women. We have a
also
sensibilization.
we did.
Voilà.
Oh.
So Judith, speak maybe
we
about
did
the video.
About
the 12
steps
steps.
Video that steps, and also
just go ahead, Larissa.
in the traffic, that our two video for beginners that could be useful. And also we organize some ladies called power rides, where we are only girls on the roads, and that's also more image, of course, and impact to show, because you see a lot of group of men, mostly always all in blacks. So maybe not give people the envy to come. So we try to respect, of course, the other users of the roads, and with our smile on the face, I think we cannot give angry feelings to people, and we hope the opposite, and make them go out of the cars and come join us.
Yeah, like the first impression is always the most important, right? So it's
Absolutely.
what we are trying to teach everyone too in our group. Like, be as polite as possible, and if anyone asks you, just go ahead, answer questions, and make a really good impression. So everybody knows, okay, these are really cool people, and I don't need to be afraid of them. And yeah, I want to join them rather than kick them off the street, pretty much,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. That is
Yeah.
really important what you just said because in a group, women's group, or just a group of people, you find different personalities and characters. I mean, coming from completely different backgrounds, which makes it as well interesting. It's like joining a club. You can see from different backgrounds, and the fact that writing together, intrigues other people, asking you, little girls even looking at you, up and at you, like, what are you doing, and that is fun to see. And also something else is that with Belgian Wheeleuse, we just saw some videos of us riding in the street, and that is something that is really nice, is that what is not seen is that behind the scene you have people looking for the safest cycling lanes, and scouting for them. And before having a group riding on those cycling lanes, they try it out if it is really compatible for the group, for all ages, because we also have children sometimes coming with us, and then trying to find the best route to go there. And some of the pictures also seen was. Because not now, but for a year ago, we ride to other countries, and follow their rules, in trying to go in and do mini holidays on the weekends together in Luxembourg. We did in the Belgian coast all together, and that is also fun. And because you are in a group with different ages as well, and it's there to sensitivize, having fun, being all together, it kind of attracts each other, and that's great. Yeah, safe.
Yeah, I totally see that. Yeah, I mean, it's perfect when you also have like different ages coming with you. This is really what's showing off other people. Hey, we are safe. We really want to be a group of people who's friendly, nice, and we don't want to just be aggressive and
Exactly.
whatever. So
Because
we
some of
really
us
want to.
also, yeah,
Yeah, go
no,
ahead.
completely. Because some of us also use it for their transport, their daily transports. So it's not in our interest to give a infamous look at the engines we use, right? But really the contrary. I mean, you see now having a green ecologic revolution going on, and people asking you to use more micromobility to go to work, especially in urban cities. So the idea behind is also to say this is another mean of transport that can be compatible with other things. And we are not trying to, some see it as a sport, some see it as fun, some see it as a daily routine, taking their engines with them. So this is a different way how to see it as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, if I see it correctly, in Belgium, it's legal to go with a one wheel or with a mono wheel. It doesn't matter. You're legal and you can go whatever you like, right?
You are like a cyclist, and you cannot go faster than 25 kilometers per hour.
Ah, okay. Okay.
By construction, in principle. So we can ride on the same place as a cyclist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're completely legal on the street. If there is no cycling lane, then you can be riding on the street.
Okay. I'm super jealous, I have to
And you
admit.
can ride on the foot, c'est quoi les trottoirs? On the
Pathways, walking ways.
pathways,
Pavement.
but maximum 6 kilometers per hour.
Okay. Okay. I understand. So, when you organize trips to other countries, which countries have you been so far?
Luxembourg, France, um, and Netherlands. No, not Netherlands.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
in Netherlands. Some of us, Belgium we didn't go, but Switzerland maybe we will do also. Switzerland, we know there is some. Also, we couldn't join until now, but
The
maybe
plan is now
Switzerland.
Italy and UK. The
Okay.
plan for the
But
future
Switzerland is not
is
legal. So yeah.
yeah. But Italy without Poland and UK, but we will see.
Okay.
One
So
one
what?
trip for a year.
One trip a year. Okay. So and do you already know like what how it is in other countries with how legal is it or not legal?
Sure. You
Okay.
can check it out. You can check it out on the other countries. I mean, of course, knowing the language helps, right? For in
Right.
Belgium and Luxembourg, the legal framework for the wheels are kind of similar, but it changed from country to country. In Switzerland, for now, as far as I could read, there are some restrictions when it comes to wheels, similar to the ones in Germany. But if when we travel together, we always look up the legal frame for wheels. We always try to be in accordance with the laws in place in these countries, so that we do not do any infractions. That is for sure. And if it is not possible to wheel in the country, then we don't go. Then we wait until it's legal.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. And what are your experience when you travel with your wheels to different countries? Have you made the same experience like you do in Belgium, or do people react differently on you?
Differently. That is for sure.
Me,
I mean, I'm
not something. I never really noticed something different from me myself. To friends, yeah, people look at you or not. Depends cities or villages or depends. But in Belgium also, people still sometimes look at you or not. So no, in Luxembourg also, people was very nice, no problem. Always, I also ride sometime in Holland. Even it's kind of not really legal. I never had any problem to ride there. Where did I ride? I think that's it.
But
I think
they look different at a girl or on women. When you see a girl on a wheel, um, it's it's different. If you see a band with 10 men with moto helmet, it's different than a girl alone on a wheel. Um, the reaction is different. So
Okay.
it's important to have a lot of women on the road on one wheel on mono wheel, because
Yeah.
it give another image of the mono wheel.
I think so
totally.
too. Like when I go in a group with my guys, I usually see how people react on us, and especially when I'm with them, they react totally different. They're, oh my gosh, there's a woman with them. Oh, that's so cool, and usually they are more open minded when they
Yeah.
see the woman coming with them. So yeah,
Yeah,
I,
that is. It also
And
depends
the
of
few
how the
time,
country is.
yeah,
It also depends how the country is used to have all these vehicles in their cycling lanes or not. Some, I'm me for myself. My oranges are from Luxembourg, and every time I go back riding there, I must say we don't see that many wheelers on the street, and surely not that many women on the streets either. So that is, I completely join the idea that when you ride on the street with, and there are some, there's a woman with them, people also think, okay, it's for everybody. It's not something that is for one gender, or it's something strange what they're trying to do. No, it's a sport. It's a way of transport as well. Yeah.
yeah.
I think I don't know with
me
the
for
one wheel,
the
Ella, But I think with the monowheel there is 10% of women. And in Belgium Wheeler we are a little bit more. I think we are with 17% women in the association. But I think on monowheel global we will be around the 10%. I don't know if the same with the one wheel, or maybe there is more girl who are riding one wheel than a mono wheel. I don't know.
Well, so far I'm not really I don't really see that because with our group we're only like 10% one wheel girls or one wheel
Okay.
women, and I would really hope that there will join more of women, but as far as I can see it, they seem to be afraid to join a group because it's so man dominated, so that they are like, can I really go there? Will I
Yeah,
destroy the
but
group or whatever? So I don't know.
the same is as well with other transport vehicles. If you take bicycles, if you take scooters, if you take monowheels, or just skating as an example, every time you have to face the route at the streets, I think more women will be more comfortable behind a aluminium wall, so a car basically. But that's more a mindset. It's I think that is what we try to do, is actually to change this mindset, to say no, it's just one way of seeing it, and it's a feeling, it's yeah, a mindset basically. So trying to change that will take will first of all take time, but it will also take courage of other women joining us and trying it out. So I'm calling to all the women, try it. If not the wheel, at least cycle with us, because Belgium Wheelers, it's an S, so it's not only for one wheel or mono wheel, it's for all type of vehicles, as you can see on the images. So it's a cargo, it's a beach bike, it's a trottinette, it's whatever you want to ride. Just come with us and join us on the street and have fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree on that. So please, all women out there, please let's ride together, please. Judith, what is your opinion on that? Judith?
Some issues with my connection. Yes, I have issues with the connection. I had to reconnect.
Okay.
I just want to say something very fast. The picture I'm putting here is everything from the Belgium one wheelers. That is not from other. That is what I think is very good for all the communities to see, and maybe they can contact the Belgian one wheelers and they can start to do these events. They do these events awfully. They do a
It's a
lot.
micromobility event.
Yes.
It's our micromobility event, and that's an event for the public. So it's for free. Everybody can come and try with us every vehicles, e-step, e-bike, mono wheel, one wheel, and
And everybody
everybody.
helps.
Yeah.
And
We
that's
need
what I think.
more. We need more wheelers and e-skaters, and more we will be, more place we will have in the traffic, and we will be more recognized for by the authorities. So that's why we do micromobility events.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
In order to engage the local authorities to make sure that they enhance cycling paths for all kinds of transports. So for cyclings as well, for wheels, etc. And for those who are afraid, we also have a pet with us, a dog. So it's in case in your trauma, there is this pet therapy, a white fluff. He's always happy to see people.
and first of all, please, around the world, go to the website from them. I'm going to leave all the links. Maybe you can learn something and bring to your country and show to everyone that we want to be clean, that we want a sport for everybody, that we respect the rules, that we are going to help everybody who wants to try it, that we want to go in the right direction. We don't want to go against nobody. We want to respect the others. That's the important. Go to this big group, because that is a group without found money. They don't. They are just to help you to have fun. Go there, see it. For Germans, for other countries, go there. Try to make something similar. Bring kids, bring ladies, bring old people, bring everybody you can. Enjoy it. Then we're going to change, and the government is going to say, okay, that is beautiful. I think that's the way we're going to do something very special for all of us.
Every group of 4 person can do something for the micromobility. You don't have to do a big event as we do. You can go with through two friends with your one wheel, your mono wheel, in a park, and you let the people try it, and you stay next to the people. But it's simple. If you want to make it possible for other people to try it, you don't have to do a big event. You go some public place with one or two one wheel or mono wheel, and if you see that somebody is interesting, you 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 let him try it, and so you
Right.
get more and more wheeler and mono wheeler, one wheeler, and the community become bigger, and it's good for everyone.
That's true. Absolutely. How often do you organize one of those bigger events where everybody can go to?
The first year we made I think 7 events, but that was too much. That was in 2019. In 2020, it was COVID, so we made
Yeah.
the micro mobility winter games in February, and then in September we made a second micro mobility day. But normally we have to make 2 events for a year. One in the beginning of the year in February, and one in September.
Okay, cool.
And we
So,
do also little events. So it can happen that we go with a small group in the inner park with 2 wheels, and we stay all the afternoon in the park. And if somebody want to try it, we are there. We are. It's lazy afternoon in the park, and if someone want to try it, it's possible.
okay, very cool. How often do you organize like just women raids, like women group raids, Judith?
Judith?
We try at least one a year, but in general two. One the beginning of the spring summer, and another one to close the season. We can say we try, but since the COVID, it's a bit changed now. We planned a big one for the soon, I think,
Okay.
because now we can ride 10. So I think if we are 10 women, it's quite good.
The problem with women is that the last girl power ride was with Judith, and Judith is like very much mud. So we went in the forest in mud on after a rainy day, and not every woman like that. But it was very funny.
No, but we also learned a new sport. We did some frisbee. I don't know what to say in
Frisbee,
English.
yeah.
Frisbee golf. It's
Okay.
with the wheel.
Cool. Yeah, I've also seen you played like polo with the mono wheels.
The best sport ever on a wheel.
Are
It's
you
addictive.
serious?
I am serious. You learn to maîtriser, you improve your level, your control with the wheel, and when you start to play polo wheel, it's addictive. And as Roy says, it makes you sweat on a wheel. Otherwise, you don't sweat a lot. Monowheel, why the monowheel is not very difficult when you can do it. So it's a real sport, and it's very fun.
Wow.
It's you have to try it, but you have first to try
Yeah.
to ride with a monowheel. But you can try one wheel polo, maybe, and you can create it on your one wheel. You play
Yeah.
polo. It's so simple.
It's so impressive. I'm like, okay, this is really overwhelming, but it looks so cool. Looks like so much fun. I'm super interested in it, but I really should get more comfortable on a monowheel first, or try it at all for
But
start.
that's a way to learn to be more comfortable on your wheel.
Hmm.
If you can play polo wheel in the traffic, you have no problem. If there is something, if there is an issue in the traffic, you have the reflex to take the good decision. To
Yeah, I totally bet on it. Like when you're able to do that, you're pretty much
yeah,
able to do anything. Yeah, definitely gives you more comfort in the streets. Totally. Now, like I always thought that I'm already super creative when I thought about like dancing on a one wheel. So I tried to create a dance on it. I even have the choreography already done, but I'm still looking for a partner to do that with me. But polo one wheels looks even so much more fun.
yeah.
Do you have other stuff you created on it on a
But
monowheel?
we can dance. We can mix one wheel and do a ballet together. Huh? When you come and you learn also the unicycle, we do a ballet with
Totally.
you with the one wheel.
Totally. I'm so down for it. And probably whenever you make one of those big events again, I'm so gonna join you because it looks like so much fun. It looks like you really learned something. You can try stuff, and you have a great community apparently. So this is awesome. I really want to see that for myself. Yeah,
In
sure.
You are
2022.
invited and
Yeah.
waiting, waiting.
Yay! Yeah, that's
And
cool.
all of you, of course, all of you who are watching,
Yes, absolutely. I guess so
come and
too, especially
join
for
us.
the German people.
Even
We are
for
not
a
too far
weekend, a
away.
day.
Yeah.
No.
I think what they do there is very special. I think they bring like electro family together, and you have lots of enjoy. You can sit with your friends, eat something and drink for when you are charging, and you have a nice conversation. Everybody's going to speak the same language, because sometimes it's very difficult for you to sit in the same table and speak different. Everybody's with a different idea, and in this moment, everybody goes for a ride. They're going to talk about the same. They love this sport, and for the ones who want to try it, I think that is the nice way to do it. Go with your friends, try something new. You're not going to regret it. I think you're going to go in a right way, and the important thing, you have to have fun, enjoy life, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. And if you have the chance to enjoy it today, why do you going to stay home and sit on your couch and don't do nothing? That's not the right way for us. We have to always do something and be special. If you are together with these beautiful ladies and with the guys, I know them and I know they are fantastic, and I know other groups. I think that is so beautiful for us to have a fantastic day together, or 2 days, like when it's an event, and go home and you can take a shower, go to your couch and say, "Pass, this day was special." That's the important thing. That's what we're going
I
to
think
give.
today we'll have, sorry. I think today
Yeah,
we'll not
please.
have enough people watching because in Belgium it's sunny day and it's not every day like that. So it's hard today to stay on the couch for the interview also.
But
There
don't
is
forget,
Will be
there is
outside
today
at this.
a Cosmo session, Cosmo airline session today now.
but
So
don't forget one thing. The
Yeah.
important thing
Normally,
is the important thing. We leave the message for everybody going to see tomorrow or next day. Maybe they're not going to be today here, but they're going to see it tomorrow. and they're going to say, okay, maybe
Yeah,
I'm going
of
to go to
course.
the next event from the Belgic Wheelers.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to try it.
It's why
Maybe
we
I'm
are.
going to go. Yeah. and and the important thing for the guys in other countries going to say, Koopman, look, these girls, they make it so easy, that is so a fantastic sport. Why don't I going to maybe talk with them and try to do it the same in my country? Because sometimes it's difficult for us to travel from one country to another, but it's going to be easy for us. And you can say it like this: oh, I see from this group, and I'm going to do it in Germany, or I'm going to do it in Poland, or I'm going to do it in USA. Not ride it, explain it, help the other ones. Sometimes you have fun helping the others. That's why we make this channel, to help bring information for everybody there, to change that the girls, ladies, women's, like you want to call it, or queens, riders, they can come and start the sport. Now you are with 10 girls, but maybe in 1 year we talk again and you say, now we are 20 or 30. That's the way. That's what I think is the important thing, is the message what we leave for everybody.
Totally.
Yeah, copy us.
That's why
We like to be copied.
yeah, you have a sport that is the polo wheels, that is the only one, I think, and you started, and it's a fantastic sport. We never know, maybe we're going to see it in a paar years, close years in Olympians.
You have to have 3 people for one team. One team polo wheel is 3 people on a wheel.
Okay.
So 3 against 3. So
Okay.
you don't. And you can play polo wheel on a one wheel, so you don't have any excuse. Ela. You have to try it.
Yeah, I will. I would definitely will. So, but the polo wheel is the only sport you so far created, right? Or is there
I
something
think,
different
but
too?
you have off-road, and you have jump, and you have freestyle also.
I think some basket wheel, but not professional. I think.
Yeah. So do you guys also learn tricks or how, like special stuff? Jessica, do you do something like that?
I guess yes. I guess as Nelson said, it's a channel where it's one way and one means to exchange ideas and tricks and tips and what to do and not what to do. And I was inspired by one of the wheeler that likes to dance on his wheel. And sometimes there are also seminars where they ask more or less professionals to come and to show tricks on how to acrobat in your wheel. I'm always impressed. I mean, it's not a question of balance as well. It's a question of creativity and how much you want to do with your wheel, and just trust your body, trust the wheel, and try little by little steps. So I started actually to do some of these tricks, and I like to how do you say it again? To juggle.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I started to try it on my wheel. So far, I was successful to avoid walls so far, but it's baby steps. So yeah.
Okay.
So let's see where it brings. Yeah.
Yeah, but who helps you with it?
As well, when you saw the videos, when we are in this big hall, you could see that there is a activity. I mean, they put some poles where you can zigzag in between, so you can do some activities as well there. And there is a championship in Europe, which it's called Electric Games, where you have a lot of obstacles to go. So we also do these little trainings where you can go on your wheel, trying to go up the ramp, go down again, try to jump in with your wheel, do all this stuff. And as it shows there, it's the micro mobility winter games where you can do all this, and it's organized by the Belgian Wheeleuse and ESK8. So it's really fantastic when you see other people doing that, you just go over there and say, hey, how did you do that? And then, it starts talking, shows you the tricks, tells you what you could do, shows you some videos, exchange. And that's how you do it. And then you do it by yourself. And then you notice, oh, I prefer it that way, or I can do it that way. And then just start doing it. Yeah.
Awesome. I never had any idea that there
Me,
was a winter game out there.
I have the chance to participate also to freestyle classes sometimes that are organized by Damien Gomet and Daniele Contino also. They are professionals freestyle. Yeah, you won.
The important was not to win. The important was to
me, I like
participate.
to try new tricks. It's always a new challenge. I still, I think, have a lot of tricks to learn more. And it's important to try new tricks. It's also you're comfortable when you can do more. I think to know how to do one foot and then the other foot to have the same balance in all your body. It's better, of course, and to learn the back. I know I had to force myself to learn it, and it's like to learn again as the first time to go backyard. So. It's always nice to block with Belgium Wheeler. We organize with now Daniele Contino, who is an artist circus professional, and it's good for experienced wheelers.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to show something that
It's
you
good
talked
for
about
after
before.
when you ride also on the traffic.
That is one thing you guys do it if you want to see it. I'm going to leave it the link here.
Yeah.
That is that is the 12 steps, and they show you. I'm going to leave you can still continue to talk, and that is I'm going to leave the link for everybody who wants to learn. Then you're going to see the steps they created, everything for you guys when you don't have the chance to find someone to help you. Here you're going to have a video that is the best 12 steps for you to learn how to start it with your electric unicycle or mono wheel or AUC, the name that you want to like it. Here you're going to find it the best way to learn it. You can continue. I leave it the video for everybody to see, and I'm going to leave the link too.
Cool. Yeah.
Thanks for that video. And what is also important to say, and it joins the question what you said, Ella, as how we do it. I think first it's resilient. It's to be resilient and try it on. It's like trying a new vehicle, cycling for the first time. It's always the same. When you first try it, you fall down, but you have to be resilient and go back and try it again. So that's why Belgium Wheeleuse also created these steps that are really, really useful.
Yeah, I see. I bet these are very helpful. Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, you don't give up, just start
Exactly.
and start over again.
Look
It's
at him! Look at him! I cannot do it.
So yeah,
We have a very good actor.
Yeah, but that is the best information.
That's realistic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way I started.
That's the way all of us started.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Ooh.
I think for everybody have to see this video. It's very good. That's why I love this group. That's why I love it. Before I didn't know about them. then I make a little research, and the last time you can see the other video was with the guys from the Belgian Wheelers. There is fantastic. That's Cosmo. That is Leo. That is Lily. Is right the name?
Lily, yes, it's
Yeah,
Lily
yeah.
Blue.
Yeah, Lily, and I think that is very important for you to see it. They give lots of explanation for you, all of you, and sometimes it's good for us to see videos to going out for a ride and everything. But sometimes if you have a little more of information, it's going to be very good for everyone, and information is always very important. So please continue. I'm always in the middle, but I think information is always very important for all of you out there. You're going to see the video later.
Yeah. So, what do you think? What are the most important tricks you need to know so you feel confident and which would help you to go on trails or whatever? So, which ones are the most important?
If you go on trail, I mean, it depends. If you're talking to someone who is doing it for the first time, then the most important is not to do it alone. If you're riding for the first time, ride with someone. If you always start with baby steps, try to cycle in a park where no other vehicles are, no traffic, but where it's a cycling lane. So you feel more secure. If you fell, then you don't fall in the traffic. You fell in the park with a cycling lane. I think that is the most important. And if you're talking to someone who has a little bit more experience, and is doing a big ride, before doing the big ride and you're doing it alone, make sure to scout the cycle, the path before cycling alone. I think those would be my tips.
Okay. What about you, Larissa? What are your tips for beginners and
My
for those
tips
who are
are
experienced?
to dare, and not afraid to fall.
Okay.
I'm old, but I fall. I still fall, and that's not a problem. So not be afraid, I think, and determinate. And wear the good protections.
Yeah,
Why do you
that's
laugh, Nelson? What's funny?
I think because you said you don't worry to fall because you are a fast lady riding, and nobody wants to fall. But you are a person who ride very fast and very good. Of course, nobody wants to fall,
No,
and
but it happens. It's a
it's going
part
to
of
happen.
the learning process. So you have to voila, yeah.
I know what happens,
And with
and
the
that's
good
why
protection, you will
no,
not have a problem.
my protection was in the car,
Yeah,
and I say, oh, it's 5 minutes. I'm not going to need it, and that's why I always tell to everybody, watch it, use
yeah,
protection.
It's the small
Yeah.
ways when you feel like you don't have to go anywhere. This is exactly where those injuries happens.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I
At
always
the
say, is there,
beginning,
Go
please,
ahead,
please.
at the
Judith.
beginning, I say go. Need confidence, and then you need to not be so much confident. You need
Yeah.
to remember you have only one body.
Yeah.
I think the important thing is that in the beginning when you started, you think you need protection, and later, like me, that was the mistake for me, and I think everybody has to not to learn from me. I don't want nobody doing what I do, but I tell you what happened to me. I'm a guy who ride about 7 years or close to 8 years. Then you get more trust and never have an accident, and then from one day you say, oh. It's not going to happen. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go fast. And in this day happened to me. I broke this here and I broke this here. And that was not a very nice thing. And that's why I think if you're going to use it for 5 minutes, don't stop to use it. It can happen all the time. It's very important to have protections. Maybe never going to happen. I hope that nobody falls in his life, but can happen. On that means I was one here. I could not do nothing. That's why I recommend to everybody be careful.
Right. So I guess we already like at an hour and 15 minutes. So maybe what about the last few words you really want to get out there to the viewers? What is your last comment you really want to say? Let's start with Judith. What is it that you really want to say?
Judith.
Yeah, well, encourage everyone, especially women, to come and test, of course. Only you can really understand it when you test it, and really when you do it, you know if it's your thing or not. So of course, I encourage really to test, even if it's not with Belgium Wheeler, of course. You can test by your own in your own country and join us after it. But I hope also the legislation will stay good for us and let us practice and go use it for the traffic, because I really think it's a beautiful solution for a lot of people. So it would be very sad if it changed, and we have to encourage in all our possibilities to make it happen in the world, everywhere. So that's it.
Yeah, perfect. Wonderful. Larissa, what about you?
For me, what's very important now is to respect as much as you can the legislation in your country. Mostly where you can ride now. For example, in Belgium, for me, it's important that everyone respect the rules. The rules are not perfect because normally we can have a wheel that can go faster than 25 per hour by construction. So, but respect the rules, the limitation. Maybe if 25 is too difficult, 30, but that's important for the world community, because if too much people go faster and faster and with oh shit, it's an hour in English that become difficult. If you are not responsible on the public way, they will prohibit
Yeah.
monowheels. So we have luck. We are lucky that we can ride in Belgium. So for me, it's important that we respect as much as we can the limitation. And
Yeah, so that nobody screws with what we
I
already
feel
achieved.
also,
Yeah, totally agree on that.
and it will be good also to be sure that we have better materials for the wheels that could be also more regulated, maybe, and more secure. We feel also that it could be, I think, maybe give more people the the feeling that they are secure if the machine is more secure and adapted for women, and the material is good, they will not cut, and something like that.
Yeah. Jessica, what about you? What are your final words?
I think my finals would be sure better and safer cycling lanes, as well, that the protection gear is more adaptable to the women's body and the wheels as well. But what I really, really hope is to have more diversity in our groups, in terms of all genders, more women, more youngsters joining us, or elderly people. That will be really, really great. So if there is a critical mass on our streets of people using electric mobility, the public legislation has to be adaptable and protect more these engines. So I really hope to see more people on the wheels.
Yeah, that's a very good statement. I love that. I see that the very same way. So, yeah, it's been a really fantastic group. It's been a really amazing talk so far. I learned so much stuff this day, so I'm really amazed by all of you. So thank you for your very hard work, and please
Thank you.
continue what you're doing. It's amazing. Please never give up. It's yeah, we can use more of you guys.
Thanks for inviting us.
I just want to say again, thank you. You are the best.
Thank
I
you.
think without you, we are nothing. I hope
You too.
that you four open the doors for this sport to have more ladies, like Jessica said, to more old generous. We don't know if you have. Is I like to say it like this, like very clean and Portuguese. If you are gay, if you are something like you have a different religion, it's not the problem. Come to us, enjoy it, have fun. Everybody's going to take care of you. And if there is a stupid person in this group who's not going to treat you well, that is not welcome in our groups. Everybody have to respect everybody. That's the way we're going to go in the right direction. Don't change it. Enjoy it. Have a good day. Have a good fun with your electro mobility. And please don't stop to share ideas to everybody. I
Time to
think
go.
you are the very special persons. Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Then we're going to go